The first thing that you want to do is find a DUI lawyer in Marin County or the San Francisco Bay Area. So one that's familiar, very familiar with Marin County, does a lot or most of their work there on DUI cases. There are very few of us who fall into that category. Myself, I have an office in Marin, one in San Francisco. I also grew up and live in Marin near the courthouse, so very familiar with the county. The length that a case takes, the first thing you want to do is find a lawyer as quick as you can, because you've got to request the DMV hearing or have your lawyer do it is even better. And there's 10 days from the date of arrest to do that. Day one is the calendar day after the arrest. So, and weekends count there. Your arraignment, the first court appearance, when you have a DUI lawyer, you should not have to go to court for that. The lawyer can take care of that. And what I do for my clients is almost every court date. For most cases, I take care of it. My clients rarely, if ever, have to go to court on these cases, which they appreciate because they can live their lives and go to work and do vacations and not have to worry about, oh my God, I got to be in court and get all stressed out the night before. Length varies from case to case. Typically, a more severe case, multiple offenses, accidents, things that take more investigation when there's witnesses, those can take many months, sometimes a year or more, sometimes 2 years. During the pandemic, these cases really slowed down. What's been slowing us down lately is the getting the records from CHP. They're pretty backed up. And so what we get is video, body cameras, dash cameras called MBARs from the CHP after a DUI arrest in Marin County. We also get records on the breath machine or machines that were used in the case, calibration records, accuracy records, maintenance logs. And for blood testing, we're getting records on the chain of custody, the graphs, the chromatogram that we get from these machines that test blood. A lot of the video that we get can be not just how the driving, the field sobriety test, but the actual blood draw. And sometimes in Marin County, if the blood is not drawn in a medically approved manner, we can challenge that and try and win the case that way. And sometimes that does happen. So the length of the case will depend on, how much investigation is needed. I would say the quickest we ever finish one of these cases is 2 or 3 months, and typically they're taking 3 to 6 or 7 months, but a lot of my cases will go longer than that. It just depends on getting the best result for my client. I mean, every case is different. Sometimes it's better to age a case. It rarely, if ever, hurts to age a case. Right now, the DA's office has stopped with their giving out COVID offers, which were, the penalty was a little bit less during COVID. And so we're back to more normal times with the DA's office. So we're, it hasn't affected the time scale that much, but the important thing is while the case is going on, that you be able to communicate with your lawyer, that you be able to call, text, email your lawyer and get a speedy response. Sometimes lawyers get busy. Sometimes lawyers are in hearings and trials or on vacation. But your lawyer should be able to communicate with you fairly quickly, very quickly, typically in the case of my office. It should be that same day or the next day. And if it's going to be any longer than that, that lawyer needs to let you know. If they're not getting back to you, then you may need to get a different lawyer who's more responsive, because this is the most important thing in your life for most people when they're dealing with the DUI case. And it needs to be handled by someone who actually cares about you and your case and pays attention to you. Another thing to think about in regards to that is hiring an experienced DUI lawyer or hiring a firm, like a law firm that has a lot of lawyers, and maybe this lawyer shows up to this courthouse and this one shows up to that one. The name, there should be 1 or 2, maybe 3 lawyers at most who are working together. And most of us just work solo, but the lawyer who is dealing with your case should be the lawyer that you're communicating with. It shouldn't be handed off to different lawyers every time a phone call needs to be made back to you or a different person appears in court every time. One person should be handling your case. Another attorney, working on the case with them is fine, but you need to have that one person to contact. And that's important. So, talk with the person who returns your call when you call to find the best lawyer you can in the San Francisco Bay Area, Marin County, and ask them who's going to be handling my case. And, if there's another lawyer that you thought you were going to talk to, just ask, will they be involved in the case? And if the answer is not yes, then maybe that's not the right lawyer for you.